Continuing coverage this morning, Southwest Airlines customers across the nation continue to deal with a lot of cancellations.
And you can see from the Ford International Airport flight tracker, the only flights canceled this morning are in fact Southwest Airlines flights. The U.S. Department of Transportation has said the airline has caused an unacceptable level of disruption and will be held accountable.
13 on your side's Trevier Gonzalez joins us from the newsroom now. Trevier, we saw those cancellations yesterday at Gerald R. Ford. Many people are just stranded.
Yeah, Jay, that's right. Whether they were visiting the Grand Rapids area to visit family or just trying to make it back home after the holidays, it has been a nightmare. Now, I myself remember speaking with a woman yesterday who was on the verge of tears, and so many others are facing that exact same problem. While cancellations for most airlines are at about 5%, Southwest is so far beyond that, with more than 60 or even 70% when it comes to cancellations. The trouble for Southwest comes from their business model that doesn't really have key hubs for their employees. We're told a lack of investment in software also makes it difficult for the company to assign crews and flights to where they need to be. Despite those reasons, customers aren't happy, and the U.S. Department of Transportation says the airline will answer for the trouble they caused.
We really feel blessed and fortunate for that. We realize we've got friends that are traveling further distances that driving home just isn't an option. You can't drive home from like Hawaii or other places. But some of our friends are stranded mid-stride in their connecting flight airport. So it's been kind of a rough travel week for sure.
The bottom line is this is just not an acceptable level of service. They need to fix it. They have pledged to me that they will go above and beyond what is required of them, and we will be holding them accountable to do exactly that.
Pete Buttigieg with the Department of Transportation adds that customers are entitled to a cash refund. Southwest already has those provisions in place on their website. Live in the newsroom, I'm Trevier Gonzalez, 13 on your side.
On the heels of this wide-scale disruption, Southwest says it's working diligently to recover its operation and accommodate displaced customers and crews.
Yeah, the CEO says this entire situation is unacceptable, and he sincerely apologizes.
Clearly, we need to double down on our already existing plans to upgrade systems for these extreme circumstances so that we never again face what's happening right now. Our plan for the next few days is to fly a reduced schedule and reposition our people and planes, and we're making headway, and we're optimistic to be back on track before next week. We have some real work to do in making this right.
Yeah, the CEO says one of the major factors in all of this is Southwest's reliance on shorter point-to-point flights. Instead of having hubs like many of the competitors, their pilots take off one morning from one city, then fly to many other cities throughout the day.
Anyone who was flying Southwest through January 2nd now able to rebook in the original class of service or travel standby without paying additional charges. You can request a refund by visiting southwest.com/travel disruptions.
One group who has successfully found a workaround, Rockford's marching band. Next Monday, they're playing in the Tournament of Roses parade, but several students' flights were canceled by Southwest. The band director tells us more than 200 students will take charter flights so they can all make it to the big event.